So, 2025, John Hughes, entrepreneur.
Yeah, entrepreneur. So the Radical Series is growing leaps and bounds. We finished the year last year with a record-setting grid. We had 23 cars, single class, all SR3 1340s was fantastic. We started this year with a young man, Ty Fisher, 14-year-old gentleman who's running USF Junior right now in the States. Come and test in his dad's Radical. On the third day, set a Radical record at Area 27, running a 158.7, which is about 2 seconds faster than the next fastest lap. Now, Ty was a little bit underweight, but even if we had put him to minimum race spec, maybe 3 or 4 tenths, still crushed the track record. An amazing young man, bright future in motorsports.
That's the series we saw in Toronto running support for Indy.
Yeah,
right?
so the road to Indy is USF Junior, USF 2000, USF Pro, NXT, which is the Indy Lights, and then Indy.
Yep.
What they're hoping for Ty is to run this USF Junior, which is the only open wheel class that runs or will allow a 14-year-old to race. They've got a test in Spain in an F4 car later in the year, and they hope to be running the F4, F3, F2, F1 program starting next year.
So
maybe
this could be
maybe as early as fall this year.
This could be the last year we get to see Ty in North America for a while.
It could be, yeah. He's a great kid, handsome young man, phenomenal race driver, modest, well-spoken, intelligent, and certainly talented. So he's got all the right things going for him to do what they want to do. He's got the financial backing to support him. If he gets in front of the right people and does the right things, he could make it.
Excellent. Looking forward to it. Now, we're not going to see him this weekend because you said he's running down at Barber.
He's running at Barber Motorsports Park in the USF Junior program.
Yep.
But he will run a couple of Radical races with us this year for sure.
Excellent. Well, that's
Yeah.
good. So, showroom.
And so will his sister. Yeah.
So will his sister.
Yeah, his sister's 16. She also ran this early this spring and was on pace to be at the pointy end of the stick in our grid too. So
Excellent.
could be interesting.
So we're standing here in your showroom, which is adorned with prints I know.
Lots of your photos. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool to have these. It's, as I said to you before we started, this is the kind of biggest display of my stuff I've ever seen. So I don't know what to say except thank you for doing that.
Well, I appreciate you coming out and taking pictures of all of us goofy guys. It's good.
Well, you do know that we've got this year we have. There's going to be up to 3 of us. We held 3 this weekend. You've met Jason. Kevin is a friend of Chris Sacre's. So you'll get covered even though I'm not going to be here every week. This is a good series. We want to make sure it gets covered.
It is. It's been a fantastic series, and I have to apologize for the showroom being a little empty.
You're apologizing because you sold all the cars?
Well, we had a banner year last year. It was really good, and so we finished the year with 23 cars. My hope is that we can get a 30-car grid this year.
Wouldn't that be great?
Nothing like it worldwide Radical.
Nope. Well, the 23 last year was a record worldwide, wasn't it?
Yeah, but 30s just sounds right.
Oh, 30 sounds great.
Yeah. So we've got some guys coming from Alberta. I've had a gentleman from Winnipeg interested in coming out. So, I mean, the potential is there. The racing is the best racing that I've seen.
Yep.
Gentleman racing.
Yep.
And I hate to say that because it minimizes the caliber of racing that we have. So
Let's go there for a moment. You know, the GT27s, GT54s running. I don't know about the RS series.
So the RS1 stock cars are going to be running with the GT54 class.
Oh, that's a new thing.
It is a new thing, yeah.
Okay, that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, there should be competition there.
You know, I like all racing, and I think it's fun. I don't understand running 32 different cars with 32 different levels of performance. It's not a competition, it's a lapping day.
Right.
We have 23 cars on the grid that are exactly the same.
Spec cars.
Same motor, same tires. The only thing that's different is maybe the setup on the car and the driver.
Right.
You might get a fat old guy driving a car. He might be a little slower.
Who I have to say is less fat than last time I saw him.
Yeah, well, drugs will do that. So, anyways, it's the level of racing with the Radicals is just incredible.
It is. Look, I've talked to you about this before, John. This is the best racing series in Western Canada by far. Nothing comes close.
I think it's the best racing series in Canada.
Could be.
In my mind, anyways, hands down.
Yeah. So we'll see. And you mentioned the track and the series. We have a new race director.
Yeah, there's a gentleman, Max, who has come to us from Rocky Mountain Motorsports Park.
Well, that's where we were last year for the one race.
Yeah, we stopped there before going out to the Toronto Indy. Max has an extensive racing background in Europe and Asia. He's run Radicals himself, has a fantastic knowledge base, and is widely respected. So we've been fortunate enough to have Case Neerup as our race director and
Right.
head instructor. And Case is 2 thumbs up on Max. So as far as I'm concerned, if Case says this,
Yep.
then it's good.
And Case is still going to be around?
Case is around, you bet.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I stopped by the track yesterday and there was some kind of a thing going on with the Camaros. My guess is that that's the kind of stuff he'll still be doing. So
You bet.
that's good. It's good to see him still connected.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many cars do you expect this weekend?
I'm hoping that we're going to have 15 or 16.
That'd be good.
I know under our tent alone we've got 6. Yeah,
Okay.
It should be a good start.
And Pirellis are back again. So we've got a year of experience.
We've got a year under our belt with the Pirellis.
And-
we're starting a little later this year than we did
Right.
last year, which is good.
Yeah.
The weather looks good for this weekend. Maybe rain on Saturday, which is okay. But otherwise, it's warm, and the Pirellis like the heat.
Yep. I suspect that times will be quicker this weekend than they were the first weekend last year.
Well,
cold.
it'll be interesting. It'll definitely be quicker than the first race last year, but it'll be interesting to see what happens with the Pirellis this year. If guys have finally figured out how to set the car up, they're more comfortable with the tires.
Yep.
It'll be good.
We'll see if Dan Viscari can still get 22 runs.
Dan Viscar's got a brand new car.
Does he?
Oh yeah.
That's too bad. I was just getting used to that old one.
Yeah, well, his new one's beautiful. You will love taking pictures of it. It's
Tell us what you're
lovely.
driving.
So I am driving the car that I drove in the Worlds. It's a Gulf livery.
And how did the Worlds go?
Well, pretty good. We got some trophies. We had 2 drivers running, myself and Sonny Andrews, and we took home a second and a third in the 1340 class. So that was pretty good. It sounds a little better than it is. I won't get into too many details, but but we went there and we had
You went
we
there,
went
had
there
a good time,
we went there
and got some trophies.
and had some fun. Yeah,
That's good.
We got to bring home some hardware, so that was good.
Excellent. So you're going to be driving that car?
Yeah, I'm going to be driving that car this weekend. You
Good.
bet.
Any other new cars out there?
Yeah, Kevin Jung has a new car.
Oh, good.
Sonny Andrews has a new car. I have the new car. Dan Viscari has a new car. The Data Direct guys are still
Right.
driving their brand new cars. So yeah, there's a lot of new cars on the grid. It's pretty cool.
Excellent. Good. And if you had to say, okay, by September, this is what it's going to look like. How many cars do you think you're going to have? And what do you think about the championship?
Well, like I said, by the end of this year, I want to have one race where we have a 30 car grid. That's my goal. If I can make that happen, I can walk away from all of this and be happy that I've done the right things. Man, championship. Buckman's hard to beat. Like he's hard to beat.
He's got better over the years.
So who's going to be able to give him a run? I don't know. If Ty was here for every race, Buckman would be chasing.
Yep.
Which, man, I would love to see it.
Yep. And I spoke to Paul, and he's kind of there with you.
Yeah, and you know, we all think that this is the level, and then somebody is here, and we realize that the level is a little higher.
So you got to push harder.
And so what are they doing? Ty has taken us to the next level.
Yep.
And has, you know, was kind enough to share his in-car video with us, so we can see what he's doing.
Yep.
We can see where he's braking. We can see his entry speeds. We can see when he's back on the throttle. His racing line is perfect. And now we've got a new bar.
Yep. Yep.
You know, it's you know, you see Wayne Gretzky play hockey, and you're like, nobody's ever going to beat him. And then somebody beats him.
Yep. Yep.
You know, you get a guy like McDavid doing things with the puck that nobody should do.
Yep, and there's probably a 7-year-old kid out there who's going to beat him.
Who's going to beat him? Yeah.
So, but you did have to bring the Eskimos out, or the Eskimos,
The Oilers.
the Oilers.
Yeah. Well, Oilers. Listen, they.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Let's not talk about that. I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's great. Appreciate it, John.
Yeah.
We'll post this tomorrow.
Sounds good.
All right. Good luck.